Hi, I'm Brent Mason, President and Founder of Citizens Consulting Group. Today I wanted to take a quick minute and talk with you about how to do filtering in Power Automate using a Boolean field and SharePoint as your data source. If you tried to do this before, it may have worked great for you or you may have had some problems, but one of my students came to me the other day and was having some issues, so I thought I would take and do a short video to show you how I helped them overcome that challenge. So here we have the SharePoint list, and we're going to pretend like we have a used car lot. We simply have a list of cars, make, model, year, mileage, and sold. And sold is the key field we're going to be working off as the Boolean field. Now first I wanted to take a quick minute and show you in Power Apps how we filter that and the differences between that and Power Automate. So you can see here we just have a standard gallery inside of our Power App, and under Items property we have our filter, where we have the data source of cars and sold is equal to false. And amazingly enough, hey, we have everything listed as sold is off. All right, so I'm going to quickly change this to true. And click away. Now you notice they all say sold, right? The sold is on, which is exactly what we'd expect to do. All right, so I'm just going to quickly change this back to false again. And now we're going to go take a quick look at Power Automate. So here I have a flow, and I'm hooked up to that same SharePoint list with the get items action. And the key thing here is the filter query. This is the area that you want to go to. If that's not showing on your screen, simply make sure you click show all, right, and you'll get your old data filter query. And mine disappeared, of course. We're going to go ahead and say sold EQ false. Right? Because isn't that what we have right over here in our Power App? Sold equals false. Now you notice that there is an equal sign, right? And in Power Automate, you're using OData, which is a slightly different way of filtering things, and you use an EQ. So EQ equals equals. And if that isn't a mouthful, I don't know what is. But okay, so we're going to quickly test this flow. And there's some buttons that are down here behind my image. But just trust me that I'm clicking the buttons down there. You'll get the same experience without me on the page when you're doing it. And the flow is run, and now we're going to take a quick look at the results. Okay, we have the green check marks. That means we ran the flow without any errors. I'm going to click on the get items to make sure that is the action that's selected. I'm going to click on raw outputs. And over here we have some gobbledygook up front we don't care about. What we get down here to the body and the value, and we have some records and say, hey, here's a Honda Civic, and it's from 2020, and it says sold as false. Great, we're going to scroll down a little more, and here's another car, right? A Nissan Altima, also sold as false, right? And that's exactly what we had in our OData query for doing our filter. Great, exactly what we want. Now let's say, hey, we want to get a list of everything that is actually sold, as opposed to things that aren't sold. So we go ahead and come over here and we say true. And I'm just going to tell you in advance, this doesn't work. You do not get the results you would expect. And in a couple of seconds, I'm going to give you the answer of what we really need to do for that. But I'm just going to run this just to show you what happens. In a couple of seconds, we'll get some results here. Click on the action again and click on raw outputs. And we're going to look at the gobbledygook and get below that. And wait a second. All right, here's that same Honda Civic, and sold is false. And what's up with that? Right, sold is false. Same Nissan Altima, sold is false. BMW, sold is false. Well, first time I did this, and it didn't work for me, I was like, did I not save my code? And there it is, sold equals true. Well, the magic in Power Automate when using SharePoint as a data source with a Boolean column is true is equal to 1 and 0 is equal to false. So if I put a 1 here and rerun my test, in a couple of seconds, we will see the results. Okay, got the green check mark, everything ran perfectly. Gonna look at our raw outputs, scroll past the gobbledygook here, and now we have, hey, we have a Toyota Camry and it's sold. All right, excellent. What about the next one down here? We have a Ford F-150 sold. Awesome. Chevrolet Malibu sold. All right, so it looks like it's working now. So the key thing you need to remember is when you're using SharePoint and Power Automate with a Boolean field is true is equal to 1 and 0 is equal to false. And if you do that, you'll get the results you expect. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you found this video useful, give it a like, and we'd love it if you subscribe for more helpful hints like this in the future. Have a great day.